The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
That's life. And you chose this life. You also chose this religion too. I lit up the incense, okay? And I know I'm offend you, but I'm a Canucks fan first. What? That's just the truth, man. And your Canucks did that against the Blue Jackets. What the puck?
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
People. I'm still here, addicted to your Canucks, watching every game with every last breath. My heart's beating. My heart's hurting. My heart's racing. I'm risking my life in this damn playoff race, okay? The Canucks lose to the Blue Jackets 7-6. No, I'm not lying. It's not a simulation. We lost 7-6. We were up 3-0. And then we were up 5-3 after blowing the 3-0 lead. And just like that, your Canucks lose 7-6. Now, Ratu, big time moment, 2 goals, including the game-tying goal after Columbus scored 2 goals in like 15 seconds to take the lead with like 4 minutes left. Season over. But Ratu, man, with his 5th of the year. Tying the game, getting this team a point when they were like 3.5 minutes away from not getting one. And really, going extinct. So let's just hold on to that. I'm telling you, go to sleep tonight with that point, because that could be huge. This race is on fire, and I know. It's also tight. Real tight. Not nice, though. I'm scared, okay? This is stressing me out. All in all, though, again, take that point. We're 4 points down. 1 game in hand against St. Louis, but St. Louis does play tomorrow against the Colorado Avalanche. Eventually, they gotta. Okay, we lit the incense. Eventually, they gotta lose. Everyone pray for that. Go to bed. Boom, bam. You never prayed before? Do it. Just for that, for the Blues to lose, for all the St. Louis Blues fans to be depressed, sad. I'm sorry, but that's what we're gonna need. Teams need that type of luck. Ironically, after blowing multiple 3-goal leads in the regular season, okay? The Canucks also lost a game 6 days ago where it felt so heartbreaking. It felt very similar to the Rangers, and they blew that one too. I sort of, right? Shesterkin kind of got in the way. Maybe I should say Lankinen blew both those games. For real. The Canucks should have 2 more wins on this road trip if it's not for Kevin Lankinen being so bad in these hockey games. Stop a puck and then stop another one. This team needs you. Now, thanks for balling out for most of the season. And also, thanks for thugging it out while you're going through some pain. But I'm just telling the truth. Your Canucks, with all those players missing, they need a save. And in recent history, Kevin Lankinen hasn't been able to do that. I think Kevin Lankinen has allowed 10 goals on his last 50 shots, 49 shots. Just not good enough. And there were a lot of goals, including the 4th goal of the game, the one that hurt the most. Just made me feel sick to my stomach. That's one you got to have. And the interesting thing about that is, we still got a bunch of games left. And this race is tight. We're still alive. Very much so. It's not impossible to make the playoffs. It's actually really possible. The Canucks are playing better. They are. They're scoring goals. They're missing a bunch of pieces. They're gutsy. Again, that Ratu goal, this team does not quit. Now, don't get me wrong. They struggled all game long, even when they had a 3-0 lead to get the puck out. Columbus just on them like the Blue Jackets they are. Wait, what the hell is a Blue Jacket? What type of bug is that? I've never seen one. Where am I going with this? Yeah, defensively speaking, this team just sucked today. But I still feel as if they didn't give up a ton of grade A chances, like legitimate, holy-ish, what a play, boom, bam. Lankinen has no chance. We pucked up a bit, couldn't get the puck out a couple of times. Columbus was on us, and we're tired. We got the flu. We've been going through a lot. This was eventually going to happen. An unstructured game like this, especially when Captain Quinn Hughes also is not playing at his best. I'm not even going to blame health, okay? Quinn Hughes on that fourth goal, too. Why are you pinching when your team just took a 5-3 lead? Quinn Hughes defensively, not that good. Not that good today. And yeah, Lankinen, that happened. And again, some of those defensive lapses, it wasn't the perfect game by the Canucks, but Lankinen, you cost this team 4 points in 6 days. That's just not good enough. And moving forward, I hope Rick Tocchet, and this is probably not the case, but I hope Rick Tocchet doesn't now think the whole way through he's got to use Demko 7 out of his next 8 games, no matter what. Because I still believe the Canucks are going to be in this fight right till game 81, game 82. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to get there. Those games are going to matter. And I still think it's important, especially when those games really matter, like multiple game 7s, game 81, game 82. You need Demko feeling really good, not really tired. And there was a belief, again, Lankinen, Mr. 4.5, 5 years. He's your guy for a very long time. There's belief that he can, provide similar to, if not, on par goaltending with Thatcher Demko. Now, I'm scared. I'm scared because I think he can be that guy. We've seen it for most of the season. I like Kevin Lankinen. He reads books. He reads a lot of books. I got his back. He led us here to a point, ironically. But, man, he might be having the yips right now. There's a lot of pressure in these games on this situation. Now he's getting paid like the man. And now he's playing like this on the ice. Now I'm scared. Tocchet might be scared too. That being said, you got to throw Lankinen out there somewhere in the next 3 games, hoping that A, he gets his game back, and B, he gives Thatcher Demko a rest. Because I'm not concerned about Thatcher Demko allowing 6 goals on 30-something shots. I'm not concerned about that. Demko's locked in. And Kevin Lankinen isn't. And let's be honest, if the Canucks are going to make the playoffs, they need Kevin Lankinen locked in. Now let's get to some comments. Cato saying Lankinen is human. Elvis was worse. Yeah, Elvis Merzlikis, he was just as bad. I'll say this again: the Canucks win this game if they didn't start Kevin Lankinen. But the Columbus Blue Jackets, they still win this game. But if they would have lost, they could have said the same thing about Elvis because he was so bad. We can brag about Atu Ratu all we want and his third period heroics, and yeah, give credit to the shot. That was a snipe, but that's a goal a goalie has to have if their team is in the running for a playoff spot. Like, look how tight it is in the East as well. And Elvis was so bad. Elvis bragging, being cocky, being confident, putting on the show for the kids, though, right? The kids were in the building. They go home happy in Columbus. The announcers for the Columbus Blue Jackets, again, it was like Kid Day there where, again, all their employees, I guess, were children. And the announcer was like a 10-year-old or an 8-year-old. And I think they had 2, and both of them killed it. A talent in Columbus. All in all, though, Elvis allows 6, is bad all game. And in the shootout, man, this guy acting like he's the best goalie in the world and pulled off the spectacular. Getting way, way, way too cocky. I kind of like it, though. I'm not going to lie. Because, again, the kids were in the building. And that was a fun game, okay? Can we just... I know we lost, but we're not out of it. We got that point. We shouldn't have got a point. I mean, we should have won the game, but we also shouldn't have gotten a point. It should have been RIP. But then Sherwood to Joshua. And Joshua, what a move. To Atu Ratu. That was beautiful. To tie up the game right after Olivier got the lead. Like, that was a big moment from some depth guys. I know we blew 2 multi-goal leads. And this is not just me lighting up the incense and being a Canucks fan. Okay? It's the truth. Like, that point may matter. Just like all those loser points are going to probably matter too when it comes to the final straw, game 82. I'm telling you, that point we just got, Out of nowhere. Absolutely out of nowhere. Could mean a lot. And the Canucks, with all these injuries, all these different players stepping up for game after game after game after game after game, like in the third period. Come on. I'm kind of proud. I'm kind of proud. Like, as a Canucks fan, real talk, again, we're not good at getting the puck out of the zone. Give credit to Columbus. They were honest, like a million Blue Jackets in need of some honey or whatever Blue Jackets eat. Like, all that happened. But they win this game 99% of the time, okay? Kevin Lankinen sucked. So again, I'm taking the point. I'm smoking that point, and I'm playing with some positives. Like, dude, these guys stepping up. Did Kiefer Sherwood have 3 points tonight? I know P.U. Suter did. Ratu 2 goals. Dakota Joshua, again, look at that play. Like, those are big moments. Quinn Hughes, he had 2 points, 2 assists, and Brock Besser did score a goal. Jake DeBrusk also. Like, those things happen, but again, Quinn Hughes somewhat struggled. Look at the 4th goal again. That just blew my mind. But here we have the depth guys just saving this team, keeping us alive. Again, as much as I say, if the Canucks started someone else and that they would have won this game. Look at the Canucks roster. Look at their forward group. Look at the people playing down the middle. Teddy Bluger playing with the flu. You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't have been in this game. Columbus is desperate for points. I'm looking at Columbus's roster too. And Zach Werenski, what a player. But look at that forward group. That bottom 6 was on us all game. And the top end showed out too. Like, that's a good team playing against a team that was missing a lot of their best offensive players. Yet we held up. There's something still, I know, crazy. There's still something special about this team, man. I'm telling you, because like in clutch moments, like they're doing things in clutch moments. And I know we blew a 3-goal lead and a 2-goal lead, but man, like Ratu scoring with a couple of minutes left to get us a point. That's an important point. You know, if Colorado wins tomorrow, beats St. Louis, I know it's a big if. St. Louis has won like 64 games in a row. But if that happens and we somehow beat the Jets, Kyle, we're not beating the Jets. There's no way. Dude, I don't know what's going on in the NHL these days. Anything is possible. And Thatcher Demko gets that start too. So again, if those two things happen, we're 2 points behind with the game in hand going into next week. After that road trip, with all these injuries and playing some of our best hockey and having Thatcher Demko back, bro. Again, I'm looking at how this team's playing in the third period, and I'm clapping my hands. I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud. I had the moment on Twitter, right? I said, season over after Olivier did that thing. Like, Columbus scored 2 goals in, 4 seconds to take a lead. That Olivier guy, the Mother Knucker's favorite player. I'm sure Mother Knucker was cheering for that guy to score a goal. Oops, sorry, my bad. I tweeted out, season over. And then I told myself to shut the puck up. For real. ASAP. Let's run some ads, though. Get to your comments. One love to all y'all, man. Hit the like button. And, go Canucks, go. We still got a chance, bro. It's Friday night, 4 points out, all these injuries. Dude. I still think there's a really good chance that your Vancouver Canucks are making the playoffs. And you can sleep on that. And you can sleep on that on Bear Mattress here on Locked On Canucks.
Did you know getting a good night's sleep is the #1 recipe for long-term success in life? I didn't. It took me way longer to realize than I'd like to admit. It was years of tossing and turning. I was always tired. I never felt like I could live up to my potential, but not anymore. Thanks to Bear Mattress. I used their sleep quiz and I matched with the Elite Hybrid. It's perfect for side sleepers like me. Now I wake up energized. I'm getting deeper sleeps and I'm ready to attack the day. No matter how you sleep, Bear Mattress has a match for you with a focus on recovery, cooling, and pressure relief to upgrade your sleep and improve your overall quality of life. Go to bearmattress.com and use promo code LOCKEDONNHL at checkout for 40% off site-wide. This offer is not available anywhere else. You have to use my promo code on the very last page of checkout to get this discount. That's bearmattress.com and use promo code LOCKEDONNHL for 40% off site-wide. Bearmattress.com, Promo code Locked On NHL.
Hey, next up, we got to shout out FanDuel, man. FanDuel! Trevor Beggs, man, and his daughter. Using a what? I'm not gonna tell them, because this is not the truth, right? Allegedly, assumingly, right? Using a VPN, getting FanDuel and gambling with his young daughter. Is that happening? No, that's okay. That's a Netflix movie. Anyways, use FanDuel, okay? FanDuel is that place where you can place a lot of live bets, make up these parlays, and hit big, right? And right now, new customers can get what? $200 in bonus bets where your when your first $5 bet wins. That's $200 in extra bonus bets every time. Every time you win your first bet. How many times can that happen? It's your first bet. Man, oh man, FanDuel. I don't play. Trevor plays, and he uses FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com to get in on the college hoops action. Like March Madness. Speaking of March Madness, today was March Madness. Build a parlay, score a win, do your thing, use FanDuel. Let's get back to the show. Okay, we back doing this, and that's talking about your Vancouver Canucks. On Locked On Canucks are now 4 points out of a playoff spot after blowing it against the Blue Jackets. Okay? Blowing it against the BJs. Like, we can't be, what's going on these days? A 3-0 lead, boom, bam, gone like that in 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes in the second period. And then a 5-3 lead that goes away ASAP too. Dude, there was even a point where Columbus tied it and we won a challenge. It was goaltender interference. That goal comes off the board, and Columbus again on us like a bunch of hyenas. What are the Blue Jacket bugs? Are they the same bugs that just eat the dirt off the hyenas? Is that what it is? Because they were on us all game long. They never gave up. Give credit to them, and they're still in the fight, man. They're still in the fight. That Eastern Conference playoff race, the NHL, man. It's pretty incredible right now. It's entertaining. And this playoff race in the West involving your Canucks, it's going to go right down to the wire. Best believe that. I believe that. That's what the boys deserve. That type of support, even after blowing a lead, because again, they're dealing with a lot. And you guys know that too, okay? I think. Let me read some comments here on Locked On Canucks. Man, oh man. Ryan saying, how does our scoring seem so much better after two of our top liners get hurt and Filipino? Dude, it's just to me, it's the culture, man. I think something's shifting ASAP with this team. Like they're dogging it out. They're emptying the tank. I know again, Quinn Hughes in recent history has struggled right in his last 2 games. Picking up points, sure, but defensively just not there, making mistakes. But Quinn Hughes is your captain. You know, it's very rare that this guy has bad nights, and because of that. And because of the change in the leadership, too, with, not having JT Miller anymore, I feel as if more players are just tapping into what type of guy Quinn is, what type of athlete he is, what type of dog he is, what type of leader he is, and it's oozing off on the rest of the players, and they're smoking what's oozing off because they're feeling it. Like, come on, look at the way Pius Suter's playing. Atu Ratu again, doing his thing. A Kiefer Sherwood, everyone's talking about the Pius Suter contract. I'm telling you, Kiefer Sherwood, who would you rather have, Kiefer Sherwood or Pius Suter? Because I'm telling you, it's Kiefer Sherwood. Outlier type of player, an absolute dog. A guy you want to see in the playoffs, a guy you want on a playoff team. You could say the same for Pius, who picked up another three assists today, which is crazy. Crazy, but those guys, the depth guys, stepping up. We have a lot of injuries. Like, look at what's going on with our team all season long. Blow after blow after blow after blow, and just to see the depth guys really pick it up, and Brock Besser too scoring, it's just been a team effort. And because of that, I'm believing till the very end. And in fact, St. Louis is going to lose tomorrow, man. St. Louis, use FanDuel, okay? St. Louis is losing tomorrow. Pray for that, okay? Their demise. Sorry, the people of St. Louis. I don't give a fuck about you. I'm sorry. Like I said, this Locked On Canucks, it's that show with the West Coast bias. And what do I always say? Look after your neighbors before look after the world. And St. Louis is the world. My neighbors are the Canucks fans, okay? Speaking of which, more comments. Look at this, man. Big love. He used to be the best shotgunner in all of Surrey. But then he trained me. Okay, I was going to say then he met me. I met him. And boom, bam, next thing you know, I'm the champ. Does that really matter, though, Kyle? Because you're a Super Bowl champ. Where am I going with this? He's saying Atu Ratu will take Suter's spot next year. That makes some sense. If Suter's, asking price is just astronomical. I mean, like, what if Suter wants 4.25 or 4.5? Oh, Kyle, that's a crazy number. No, it's not. Suter's stepping up. I think he's got 7 points in his last 3 games, career year. Look at the market this year. Not a lot of players. Suter is going to get paid. If Vincent Darnay can get paid $2 million per, come on. Pius Suter 11.6 over 3. All in all, though, I wonder if Atu Ratu can do it. And Atu Ratu, man, super impressive, especially in the third period, being trusted upon by the coach as well. I think as a fan base, we're learning more and more about him. I just like the energy he brings too. You could tell the guy just loves hockey. A guy that's been through a lot too, right? So highly touted, traded, developing. A player maybe some have doubted that he could reach his potential that he had way back when he was 16 years old. Has had to kind of probably switch it up, and has been exceeding expectations. Like, look at his numbers in the AHL, and man, oh man, in an emergency basis, with the big club in clutch games, dude, he's got 3 goals in his last 2 games. He's a dog. I'm happy to have him. Philip Aronik and Atu Ratu for Bo Horvat. Would you do that again? Let me know in the comments. Kyle Levette also saying he would pick Kiefer Sherwood over Pius Suter. I know we got to focus on the playoff run and the next couple of weeks in the hockey games, right? It's all about the hockey games, but you could compare the Pius Suter situation to what they got to do with Kiefer Sherwood ASAP, right? I know he has another year on his contract, but they could extend him this summer. And I know there's always that there's that saying, right? Oh, you can find a lot of these guys. You can find a lot of these guys on the streets. These top bottom 6 players that score 15 to 20 goals and just bang the body. Dude, you can't find me more Kiefer Sherwoods. First off, Quinn Hughes calling him what? Colin Alvin saying he's the 3rd best player in hockey. I'm paraphrasing, but Quinn Hughes giving him the cosign. And how does he back it up? Breaks the record for most hits in an NHL season. ASAP. And just providing points, man, with more, what's the word? With great power comes great responsibility. Like with Kiefer Sherwood, he embraces the growth, the challenge, and a guy who's dominated offensively in the AHL as well and had to take the long route to get to the NHL, right? Has had to do all those things. And I feel like he's, exceeding at the right time. He's peaking at the right time. This is his story. And that guy gives me main character vibes. Kiefer Sherwood's going to get paid. So do you want to pay Pius Suter or Kiefer Sherwood? Dude, we're in a playoff race. Why am I acting like Stephen A. Smith? Next time. Man, oh man. Callum saying, thank you for the therapy. You're welcome, man. Come on, man. I need it too, man. You think this is just for you? This is for me, man. I was 10 minutes late to today's episode because I was on the phone with the homie talking about life. Speaking of life. Where's that comment? It came from, there you go. Ryan Cecil. Ryan with 2 N's. That's Ryan. That's, I don't know if I could trust you, man. Ryan saying, thank you for risking your life. This fan base needs you, Kyle. Yeah, I know, man. My heart went through it, and I'm not allowed to go to the gym, but I'm still allowed to watch Canucks games. If the doctors knew what I went through when watching Canucks games, they'd be like, yo, since you're recovering, you can't be watching the games, Kyle. You can't go to the gym. You can't be watching the games. You know what I tell the doctor? You know what I tell him? You don't want to know, man. I don't know who's watching out there, okay? You got to trust your doctors, and I love my doctor, but dude, I would not listen to my doctor. No chance. Yeah, I need my heart, but I need the Canucks, man. Ah, man. I love this team, man. Just Incredible saying the Canucks suck. All right, man. Okay. Thanks for that, man. How's your name just incredible? Why are you using that pun if you're going to be an asshole, okay? We all went through what we just went through. I just read that comment that I just read. I'm risking my life to watch these games. I know other fans are too, man. I'm not the only one. We're all going through the same ish if you really think about it. Just incredible, man, from the top rope, right? It's not nice, man. Boom Scoom, okay, is saying the roster always blows leads. I mean, again, Seattle blew a 3-goal lead just like that. It kind of happened in the second just like that as well in this one. Again, the 2-goal lead hurts me more in the third. But I don't know. Lankinen was so bad. And even going back to that Seattle third period, like Demko, he could have made a save there too. I mean, that's the thing about blowing leads. The blame definitely has to be shared by the whole team, right? So it's a full team effort. But it's ironic how much the narrative changes. If your goalie just makes a save, like what happens if Columbus doesn't score that fourth goal off that one-timer where there's, that came from the point, but there was no screen? What happens if Lankinen saves that? Yeah, Columbus is probably still buzzing, right? That's what you get with the Blue Jacket, right? When a bee and a Wolverine make love, you get a Blue Jacket. They just always on you. They would have still been honest, but you just never know. You never know. Actually, with the way Lankinen was playing, you do know that even if Lankinen didn't even stop that, like if Lankinen stopped that puck, we still losing this game. Lankinen was so bad today. Things happen, man. Things happen. Okay, Boomscoon also asking if Lankinen is overpaid. Dude, come on, we're in a playoff run right now. It's a fair question based on like post Four Nations break, but he got us here too. I mean, prior to the Canucks actually trying and competing in these games and not letting the noise get to them every time right before the puck drop, right? Prior to like this moment that we're having right now, we spent a lot of time with the Canucks dealing with the Miller-Pettersson bullshit and all the injuries, and they just couldn't handle it. And it led to them not even competing for one another. That's how rotten that locker room was. They weren't even competing. And I get it. Good excuse, right? Bad work environment. But what about the fans? You think we like spending our time watching you guys not compete? And when you guys weren't competing, we're still in a playoff spot because Kevin Lankinen and Quinn Hughes. But Kevin Lankinen, the book reader, came out of nowhere. Stole the show. And yeah, it's been a bad couple of weeks, but I hope he can learn his lesson. I hope that I was going to say read some Tim Grover, but can somebody send Kevin Lankinen the 7 spiritual laws of success by Deepak Chopra? Can somebody do that for me, please? If somebody's listening to this on the Canucks, like do that and watch. We're going to make the playoffs. Okay. I'm not losing faith in Kevin Lankinen after a couple bad/horrible starts. He's a big reason why we're here. And I believe in him. With that contract, with Demko's injury, the Canucks were kind of put in a situation where they kind of had to do it. And I believe that he'll provide some value for a long time. Next question. Man, oh man. Michael Chow saying this year was never in question or always in question. Is that what you're trying to say? They were inconsistent from the get-go. You want to talk about a 3-goal lead. Okay, we're really ending it with this, okay? Michael, man, you see what you do, man? You could have just said, hey, Kyle, I hope you have a good night. I hope your dog's good. I hope you get a hug, I hope you eat a good meal. We'll get him next time. But what you have to do was remind me of the inconsistency. Didn't the Canucks blow a 3-goal lead in game 1 to the Calgary Flames? Wow. It's really how you start, huh? They lied to us, man. That's why I only read Deepak Chopra. I don't read anything else. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. Okay, really? I started off by talking about the 3-goal lead we just blew. Got all depressed. Was all positive. And then Michael Chow had to remind me of the 3-goal lead we blew in October of 2024. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. Because of you, I got to continue the show. Ricky saying, do you really think we make the playoffs when we play the Jets Sunday, then Vegas, then the Avs, and the Stars, and the Vegas Golden Knights? Did you think Columbus was going to come back from a 3-0 deficit today? You know? You just never know. You see the Chicago Bulls and what they did to the Lakers. That's why you always watch, because you never know. When your team has Quinn Hughes and now Thatcher Demko, you just got to watch. And when your team's also super gutsy, you just got to watch. They're going to push. Yeah, talent is a lot, okay? It's going to win you cups. But games in the regular season, if your players are invested, you got a chance. And when your captain's Quinn Hughes, you got a bigger chance. Like, to be honest, I didn't really look at. I guess I got to say it like this. Okay, when we were playing Columbus tonight, based on who we had, I already viewed them as Vegas and the Jets. I already felt I'm the underdog in every game. I'm already digested that. It is what it is. But I'm assuming, because sometimes the underdog wins, that we could do this. Sometimes the impossible does happen. And I think the impossible will happen again. Atu Ratu. How do we tie that game up after all that bullshit we went through? Why? Because, dude, it's already written, baby. We were supposed to get that point. And what are the chances from Atu Ratu? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, one more comment. Okay. You know the deal, man. Stick the fingers out for the Edmonton Oilers, okay? You never know. I hope the Oilers lose every single game for the rest of the season. That's with Connor and Draisaitl out of the lineup. We definitely have a better team than them when those two are not in the lineup, hands down. We have a lot of injuries too. Like, we just have guts. Okay, I'm not going to go there because they did beat us last year. But all in all, I would love for them to just lose every game for us to like take their spot. We're all looking at St. Louis, boom, bam, great. Some of us are looking at the Wild. It would be so funny, so funny, if the Oilers just collapsed. And who's their GM? And what rhymes with Big Pharma? Karma? Is that okay? Is that was who's writing the script? Anyways, hit the like button. I know the Canucks didn't win, but we got a point, man. And that's the biggest point of it all, man. You got to look at what you have and not what you don't have, baby. One love to the Don't Does Art Lab for looking after the West Coast bias. Most importantly, though, one love to you and you and you and you. I just feel as if the comment section was positive. Like, I know we were emotional, but I think y'all getting it. We still have a chance, man. So you're going to sleep well tonight. And all these other haters, they're going to be jealous. They're going to be restless, okay? They're going to be talking all this shit. What are they going to be doing? Come on. They're going to be listening to that Columbus Blue Jackets podcast, okay? And just drooling over being right about this team, quote unquote, being right. Because there's a portion of the fan base that don't believe. I get it. It's all good. Y'all can, y'all can still have some hot dogs in April when we play in playoff games. Don't worry. I don't remember. We're all Canucks. It is what it is. And we do this differently. Okay. Have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good night. Locked on Canucks. Truly does appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.